Welcome back to another fantastic match. We have Matt Martin, CTWC 2019 Quarter Finalist, going up against ITZsharky, CTWC 2019 Qualifier. This is definitely going to be an exciting match. Both players with multiple max outs under their belt. Matt Martin with, I believe, somewhere in the mid-20s. Sharky right now on 4 with a couple of very close ones to his 5th. And Matt Martin's actually going to start the game off with Tetris. Sharky with a rather unfortunate building formation. Just couldn't hold out for that L piece and now has been forced to start digging early at the beginning of the game. Meanwhile, Matt with a very clean build. Looks like they'll be able to knock down another Tetris, putting them at a little bit of a 2 Tetris lead. But Sharky is set up for a dirty Tetris here on row 4. And he's going to get the dirty Tetris. Now he is going to have to focus on digging out of this. Meanwhile, if we look, Matt Martin, very nice clean build. He's already knocked down 3 Tetrises, minimalized burning. However, he does seem to be running into a little bit of drought, but those T pieces are going to do perfect for that T trough that he had on the left-hand side. And now he's going to be able to start burning down things reliably, keep it safe, and he's going to take a triple. And still waiting on that long bar. However, if we look back on Sharky's side, things seem to get a little bit more complicated. He does have a couple holes in his stack. Luckily, they're not too drastic, and he should be able to dig out of them. That's a perfect long bar over there in column 8. And he's almost out of this dig. But Matt has already built up 100,000 point lead. Incredibly high Tetris rate for Matt at the start of this game. But Sharky is now out, and so he can finally start scoring, trailing by 100,000 points within the first 30 lines. So Sharky is definitely going to have to dig down underneath and start putting on the aggression. And that's exactly what he's going to do, knocking down his first Tetris after getting out of that dig, putting him at 67,000 points. Matt appears to be running into a little bit of a drought. He's going to keep it safe, going to burn for that double and knock down a Tetris. Could have made an adjustment there with the I piece had he saw that the O piece was coming up next. But another I piece, well, 3 I pieces actually, is going to do him well. He's going to be able to knock down a Tetris, putting him at 201,000 points. However, he does have a long bar dependency over there on the left-hand side, so things could start to complicate if he didn't get that long bar soon. But he's Tetris ready now and has an incredibly clean build. Anyway, Sharky, also with a very clean build, decided to do a little bit of rotations over there with the T. And Sharky's going to knock down Tetris, still down by 100,000 points, but that lead isn't getting any bigger. Anyways, this is roughly a 50 line mark. Matt Martin definitely beyond max out pace here. Sharky not really on max out pace, but we can see what he can do with this. He's going to knock down another Tetris, putting him at 147,000. Knocks down another one, putting him at 170. So definitely doing a great job keeping his 100k deficit between Matt. Definitely don't want to get that to get any bigger. As level 19, it's a little bit harder to score Tetrises just because of the speed increase. However, Sharky is going to knock down another Tetris, putting him at 193,000. Matt's starting to get up a little bit high. Would love the long bar soon. And there's the long bar for Matt. It's going to put him at 295. And he still has a very clean build and ready to knock down a few more. But he's going to keep it safe, knock down a double. Meanwhile, Sharky is actually starting to come back. 239,000 to 320,000. And Sharky's going to actually set up an overhang there. Gets a lovely square for that tuck instead of having to go for the J spin. And Matt's going to knock down another Tetris, putting him at 343,000. Sharky is going to also knock down Tetris. So both these players just exchanging Tetrises at this point. Tetris for both players again. Sharky at 286,000, Matt at 366,000. We're roughly around the halfway, well, not the halfway, but 80 line mark to transition. So we got roughly 50 lines left. And both players playing some excellent Tetris right now. Matt having to do just a slight amount of burning to get Tetris ready. However, Sharky is already Tetris ready. Matt's going to knock down Tetris, putting him at 400,000 at 90 lines. He's technically on pace for a 600k transition if he continues up this same aggression. However, he'd have to score nothing but Tetrises from here on out. And Sharky doing his best to avoid building up that long bar dependency, and could have got Tetris ready earlier if he went ahead and built it just because of how many long bars came his way. But he still has a very clean build, and he's Tetris ready, just waiting on the long bar. Going to keep it safe, burn for a double, and knocks down the Tetris. And so is Matt. 458,000 to 380. Sharky now closing the gap just a little bit, but then Matt reopens it back up to a 100,000 point lead, almost exactly. And Sharky with a very nice clean sloping build, just looking for the right pieces. And there it is, long bar for Sharky, putting him at 400,000 at 108 lines. He could still transition with a 500k despite such a bad start early on in the game. But Matt has already hit 500k, and he's quite a few lines behind. I mean, 109 lines to 117. Sharky's at 451, so Sharky just playing really aggressive and efficient Tetris. Can score 3 potential Tetrises here before this kill screen. Nice overhang to set up that square tuck. He's going to knock down Tetris, putting him at 474. Meanwhile, Matt's starting to run into a little bit of issues. Had to take a trip 3-line burns, but he is going to knock down Tetris, putting him at 555,000. Sharky with 2 more Tetrises potentially. He's going to go ahead and burn a triple. Want to keep it safe. Definitely don't want to transition with a bad board. And right now, Sharky's just holding out for this long bar. This drought seems to be lasting quite a while. Definitely would like to find a way to try and navigate through this drought. He's just going to burn a triple and burn a T-piece off to the side. He transitions at 492. Matt transitions at 603,000. So Sharky has 100,000 points he has to come back from. He's already scored 1 Tetris in the transition, scored another one, 543,000. Matt appears to be running into a little bit of a drought here, not able to utilize that long bar, so now he's going to continue building burn for the double, and Matt's going to knock down, Samo Tetris, and a perfect clear for Sharky, putting him at 570,000, closing the gap by significant margins. However, he is ahead in lines, but Matt is going to go ahead and go for the aggressive move. He's going to pass up on the Tetris. Looks like he didn't have Daz, and when he didn't have Daz, he's not able to get that long bar over. Didn't probably feel confident in his tapping abilities. And Sharky already closing the gap. He's less than 40,000 points away. Matt is going to top out, and Sharky's going to knock down Tetris, putting him at 625. He only has to score 10,000 more points, and overcomes Matt's scoring. With that Tetris, he is going to do it. Sharky being down by 100,000 points the entire game manages to pull the comeback by simply outlasting Matt and having a higher Tetris rate in the post-transition. Fantastic job by both players, especially on Matt with a 600k transition game. Thank you all so much for watching this. This was definitely a match I wanted to upload because it's an amazing comeback. I mean, one thing I like to point out is at 50 lines, I had 120-ish thousand points, if I'm remembering correctly. And to almost convert that within 80 lines into a 500k transition, that's truly phenomenal. But Matt had an outstanding game having a 600k transition. And just unfortunately, lost Daz on the long bar. I wasn't able to utilize it for Tetris, and another long bar didn't come within a relative time, and so he topped out and I won. But for those of you that didn't know, I did choke the max out, unfortunately, because that was actually outstanding pace. 680,000 at level 22. That is definitely max out pace. Anyways, once again, a couple things I like to say before I conclude. I did make another soundtrack for this video. Just felt like it felt appropriate. Couldn't use the other one just because I just feel like it didn't fit well. But last thing, I know you guys are waiting on the Green Tea versus Joseph as well as the terminology video, and it's on its way. It's just taking a little bit longer to edit than I expected, especially with the terminology video, with so many terms being responded by on people by Reddit, Twitter, and just a couple of other platforms. So those videos will be coming out soon. Ideally, I'm going to try and get them out before January ends. If not, you'll definitely see them at the beginning of February. But let's talk about the positive. You're going to see them in January. Anyways, if you liked the video and you liked seeing me go up against a quarter finalist, as well as coming back from 100,000 points, which I actually did at CTWC, but unfortunately topped out early, then leave a like. Comment down, what did you think about the match overall? What did you think about the Tetris that was being played by both me and Matt? What did you think about the music? What did you think about the post-game commentary? Love to hear all your thoughts down in the comment section below. Share it with your friends. Like I said, they might find competitive Classic Tetris interesting, and they might even want to get into it themselves. The more people that get into this thing, the better. And lastly, but not least, while all the videos on my channel aren't about me pulling off insane 100,000 point comebacks in the post-transition, there's still plenty of content here on my channel, and if you like it, why not stick around for a bit. Anyways, my name is Michael, better known as ITZsharky, and I'll see you all in the next video.